Hi students, I would like to appreciate all of you for hand out all the home lessons on time. In this video, I am going to teach about the continuation of user defined methods. In this session, already we discussed about introduction of user defined methods, method definition, declaration of methods, method calling. In my next video, I am going to teach about static and non-static methods, pure and impure methods. But in this video, you are going to learn about actual and formal parameters, call by value and call by reference. These are all coming up in this lesson. Now, let's see about actual and formal parameters. What is a parameters? A parameter is a value that you can pass to a method in Java. These parameters are classified into two types. One is actual parameter, another one is formal parameters. We will start with one example. Here I declared one class, the class name is addition and the user defined function is sum. Here I passed two parameters, one is p, another one is q. These two parameters are called as formal parameters. And here I return the value. I declared the main function and I declared the object. Here I declared two variables, one is a, another one is b. The value of a, b is 10 and 20 and I am assigning the values to the function sum. Now this is the function call, it is also called as actual parameter. The a value is passed to p and the b value is passed to q. Now let us see what is a formal parameter. Formal parameters are those are used in function definition and function declaration. And actual parameters. Actual parameters are those that are used during the function call. So, what is a function definition and function declaration? The function header, this is a function definition or function declaration. This first line of the function declaration. Now here this is a function call. This is a function call. So what are the parameters are declared in the function definition or function declaration, that is called formal parameters, and what are the parameters are declared in the function call, that is called actual parameters. Now let us see the difference between these two. They are used in the function header. The function header means function declaration or function definition. This is used in the function call. They are used to receive the values that are passed to a function through function call, and they are actual values that are passed to the function definition, through the function call. So here receive the values, but here the actual values. They are treated as local variables. What are the variables declared in the function definition, that is called local variables, in which they are used in the function header. They may be constant variables or values or variables. So these two is local or global variables. So this is very important, you have to study. Now we will see one example program for actual and formal parameters. First of all, I am declaring one package, import java util.asterisk. Now I am declaring the class. My class name is demo. Here I am declaring the user defined function. This function return type is int. My function name is sum. Here I am declaring two parameters. One is a, another one is b. These two parameters are called as formal parameters because I am declaring these two parameters in the function declaration. That's why it's called as formal parameters. Now I'm returning the values a plus b. Now I'm opening the main method, public static void main string args. Now I'm going to declare the object to call the function demo d is equal to new demo. To call the object I need one variable, so I am declaring the variable yes. My user defined function is sum. I am going to call that function through to object, so my object name is d, so d dot sum of 30, 40. These two values are called as actual parameters because I am declaring these parameters in a function call. That's why it's called as actual parameters. Now I am going to print the result. System.out.println yes. Now I am closing the main method and I am closing the class. See here, these values 30 and 40 are called as actual parameters. Actual parameters will pass the value to the formal parameters. So 30 is passed to variable a and 40 is passed to the variable b. Now I am going to compile the program. I have no syntax errors. Now I am executing the main method. See my output. My output is 70. The a value is 30 and b value is 40. 30 plus 40 is equal to 70. Now see here, formal parameter used at the time of declaring the function and actual parameter used at the time of calling the function. So 30 is passed to the variable a and 40 is passed to the variable b. Now we will see about call by value and call by reference. The another name of call by value is pass by value and the another name of call by reference is pass by reference. In call by value, the value is passed to the parameters. In call by reference, the reference or address, are passed to the parameters. So the parameters can pass through value or reference. The values are maybe primitive and predefined and the reference are class, array and objects. Now we will discuss about call by value. Pass by value or call by value. In this system, the value from the actual parameters are copied to the formal parameters. Hence, any change made in the formal parameter does not reflect actual parameter. The actual parameter remains unchanged. For example, already we discussed about actual parameter and formal parameter. This is formal parameter, this is actual parameter. I am passing the actual parameters values to the formal parameter. If any changes made in the formal parameter, it will not reflect on the actual parameter. If any changes made in the formal parameter, it will not reflect on the actual parameter. Again I explain this. This is formal, this is actual parameter. The actual parameter value is 10. Now I am passing the value to the formal parameter. If I made any changes in the formal parameter, it will not affect the actual parameter. So any changes made in the formal parameter does not reflect the actual parameter. This is called pass by value or call by value. Now we will see one example program for call by value or pass by value. Here I am creating the class. The class name is value. Now I am creating the function. The function name is disp. The return type of function is void. Inside I am declaring one parameter, that is formal parameter, because I am declaring in a function declaration. Now I am doing calculation a is equal to a plus 1, and I am printing the a value. Now I am declaring the main function, public static void main. I am opening the main function. Now I am declaring the object, function name, object name, new function name. Here I am creating the new variable and assigning the value 100. Now I am calling the function, and here I am declaring the parameter. This is the actual parameter. Now I am printing the result p. Now I am closing the main method. Here p is the actual parameter. Now I am closing main method and I am closing the class. See here, the p value is 100. This p is the actual parameter. Actual parameter pass the value to the formal parameter. So the p value is passed to the integer a. Now a value is 100. 100 plus 10 is equal to 110. The result is 110. See here, now I am compiling, no syntax errors. I am going to execute the main method. See the output, a value is 110 and the p value is 100. Because the p value is 100, I am assigning the p value to the a. If I make any changes in the formal parameter, it will not affect the actual parameter. This is call by value. Now let's see about pass by reference, call by reference. In this system, the reference from the actual parameters are copied to the formal parameters. Hence, any changes made in the formal parameters, it reflects to actual parameters. Let's see one example. This is the address of formal parameter. 100 is the address or reference for the formal parameter, and actual parameter also stored in this same address. So 100 is the address for formal parameter and actual parameter. If any changes made in the formal parameter, so 100 is the address, any changes are made in the formal parameter, it reflects to the actual parameter. So any changes made in the formal parameters, it reflects to the actual parameters, because we are passing the reference. So this is called pass by reference or call by reference. Now we will see one example program for call by reference or pass by reference. Now I am declaring the class name is reference. I am declaring the instance variables, they are a and b. Now I am declaring the function, my function name is disp. Now I am declaring the reference parameter. Reference parameter means the class name and object name. See the values passed through the object reference in call by reference. So reference is a class name, D1 is a object name. This is also known as object reference. Now I am opening the disp function. I am going to assign the values for a and b through to the object D1. D1 dot a is equal to 10 and D2 dot D1 dot b is equal to 20. Now I am closing the function. Now I am opening the main method, public static void main, string args, here I am declaring the object. The object name is D, class name, object name, new class name. See here, now I am assigning the new values for a and b through to the object D. D dot a is equal to 100, D dot b is equal to 200. So I am going to display the values for a and b. So this is known as before calling function. So I am typing here before calling function. I am going to print a value plus d dot a plus d dot b. Now I am going to call the function through to object d dot, the function name is disp. I am going to store the values in the disp function, d value in the disp function. Now I am going to print the values after calling the function. So this is known as after calling function. Now I am closing the main method and I am closing the class. I am going to compile the program. I have no syntax errors. I am going to execute the program. I am executing the main method. This is my output. Now I explain this. Okay, let's see now. See the output now. The before calling function is 100 and 200. First I am assigning the a value 100 and b value is 200. Before calling function will print 100 and 200. After that I am assigning in the function, I am with the reference of object D. So see here disp. Now I am assigning the D. So D dot a is equal to 10 and d1 dot b is equal to 20. It will assign in the object D. So after calling the function I can see the result 10 and 20. So what are the changes I made in the formal parameter? It will reflect on the actual parameter also. So this is known as call by reference. Now let's see the difference between call by value and call by reference. A way of passing arguments to the function by copying the actual values of arguments into formal parameters of the function. Here a way of passing arguments to the function by copying addresses of the arguments. Addresses, here we are copying addresses, but here the values. to the formal parameters of the function. A values of the actual parameters copy to the formal parameters of the function. Here we are passing the values, but here addresses of the actual parameters copy to the formal parameters of the function. Here we are passing addresses. It does not affect the original values, but it will affects the original values. You see here in pass by reference, if you do any changes in the formal parameter, it will affect the actual parameter. But in the pass by value, if you do any changes in the formal parameter, it will not affect the actual parameter. So this is called pass by value and pass by reference. Now I end this session with the recapitulation questions. The first question is differentiate between formal parameters and actual parameters. This one is a repeated question, so this is very important. The next one is differentiate between call by value and call by reference. What are the two ways of invoking functions, or state a difference between call by value and call by reference. This is also a repeated question. It's very important. These three questions having the one answer. The next question is how are functions called, how does it return a value. And next one is what is the output of the following program, justify your answer. You have to find out the output of this program, how to copy down these question answers in your classwork, as well as copy the program which one I taught in this video. You have to submit your classwork in the website classroom.google.com. Otherwise you can download the Google Classroom from the Play Store and click join class, enter the class code VUQQRJ4 and click join. Here you can clarify your doubts and you can submit your classwork. Thank you.